Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded.
July. SCP-266651. Immortal Snail. SCP-266651 has the ability of immortality. Looks like a common garden snail. Moves at the regular snail speed. The snail, when appears, is seemingly flipped over. Once helped, it grants whoever helped it immortality. But, in return, the snail then hunts the victim down. If said victim is touched anywhere by the snail, they will die. SCP-266651 is impossible to contain. Though it moves very slow, this entity has the ability to phase through any solid or liquid matter. Measures to contain have all failed. Once the SCP kills a victim, it vanishes to appear randomly at any time for another victim unaware to then be hunted. Class is Keter.
I'm writing this as the world is falling apart. Hopefully, whoever finds this will read my story and learn from my mistakes. I've made so many. Let's start from the beginning. My name is Jacob Crawford. When I was 10 years old, I was exploring my grandpa's attic. My grandpa, he kept many secrets, as he was part of some organization. As I was exploring, I found a box that had this symbol on it. In the box, there was a book that was partially burnt. Inside was a description of a snail. Said snail was immortal and could grant the person who had helped the snail immortality. Part of the page was burnt, so all I could see was snail kills victim. When I was young, I had no idea what that had meant. Being young and intrigued, I decided to try and find this snail. My grandpa had passed away, and I thought that I could continue his work and find said snail. After many years of research using what was left of my grandpa's stuff, I managed to find where this snail might be next, waiting for its next victim. At 26 years old, in a small town in Germany, I found this snail. Something the book described about this snail was it had a distinct marking on its shell. It looked like a hieroglyph of some sort, but very hard to describe. After I found this snail, I helped it, and left as fast as I could. Knowing now there would be no way of containing the snail, I left back to the States. Once I arrived home to test my new immortality, I decided to shoot myself, of which I didn't die. Not even a scratch on me. Not knowing what to do with this new ability, I lived my life, helping everyone in need. I even had a family at first. My kids never retained my ability though. My soul was linked to this entity. After 100 years, I watched my wife, son, and daughter die. After that, I traveled, never stopping for 300 years. I was living the dream, being able to do what I wanted and help those who the average person could never. Governments even started to hire me to do their dirty work. After 700 years on this earth, I was a walking legend. I had killed many dictators and many out-of-line world leaders. I was feared worldwide. After 4,000 years on this earth, I have lived everywhere, been everywhere, killed countless people. After all this time, the only pain I had felt was the loss of my family. I tried many times to feel something, anything. I've jumped into volcanoes, swam to the bottom of the ocean. I've even went to the moon. Nothing I tried to do would make me feel anything. After 6,000 years, the world leaders had all gone to war. China has taken over most of Europe. America had already fell after nuclear war 300 years prior. I had been caught in the middle, being hit by nukes, watching those who I called friends vaporize right before my eyes. After a long 15-year constant battle and constant bloodshed, the Earth had fallen. Everything living had been destroyed by nuclear fallout. Intercontinental space missiles had completely devastated all of Earth. Tsunamis, earthquakes, and acid rain plagued the Earth. In the end, I find myself alone. On my knees before this wasteland, when I see the Immortal Snail staring up at me as I'm crying. In that moment, I knew that we were both feeling the same thing. I reached out to let the snail take me, as I said, please, end my suffering. The snail touched me, and I felt the worst pain imaginable, as my soul was ripped from my body.
My name is Jason Crawford, son of Jacob Crawford. After my father's death, I was given his belongings, of which I found a book with this weird symbol on it.